already landed. You have not barely been outside, Matt. Can you walk us through where you're at and what the conditions are like right now?
Well, we were expecting about 15 centimeters of snow overnight. We've gotten close to that, but not quite to 15 centimeters. I'll give you a better look at what's happening behind me. As you can see, the roads are completely dead. There's nobody out this morning. The city has been warning about it for the past couple of days, that today was going to be difficult. And so a lot of people have heeded that warning and are staying inside today. School boards closed across southern Quebec, all across the island of Montreal. There isn't a school that's in session this morning. So much fewer people on the roads, and as you can see, the plows just passed us, and so things are looking okay. When you do get onto the highways, though, as I step back in here, when we do get onto the highways, though, there is quite a bit of snow piled up on the roads, so it's still difficult to get around despite the fact that there are fewer people on the road. But again, difficult conditions, and I don't know if you can tell from this shot, but it's not that fluffy stuff that's coming down. It's quite icy. The temperatures are rising rather quickly, and so bad visibility on the windshields, and an all-around kind of gross day, but I think a lot of people are going to be spending it at home.
Well, Matt, I can tell it's that kind of snow because it's sticking to your eyebrows and eyelashes as you are talking.
I was going to ask if it's stuck in the eyebrows.
It is. You got to wipe with your mittens. Listen, what does it feel like there? You said the temperature is rising, but that can also lead to that sort of wet, stinging cold if anybody has to walk around outside today.
Absolutely. It's been extremely cold the last couple of days, and so the city did a real push to get all the snow that was already on the ground up and away before this snowfall, and so we're starting a bit fresh, but it is cold. The wind is a bit biting, and we're going to have a sunny day tomorrow. It's going to be cold again, and then we're actually getting another about 15-20 centimeters of snow on Sunday. So all said, after this 3-day period, we should have a fresh 40 centimeters on the ground. So it's February. It's still winter. Yeah. But that is quite a bit of snow for this time this year.
Listen, we know that people in Montreal are well adjusted to the cold and the snow, and nobody does winter and fashion like people in Montreal. But I understand you're from Vancouver, so how are you coping with this weather?
I've been here for quite a while now, but I do have a massive jacket on. Like, I don't go for that medium sort of stylish look. I get the biggest jacket I can find. I got the snow boots that come up to the knees. I'm fully set up. I don't really mess around. It's not in my culture the way that a lot of people here have it.
Listen, really quickly, I want to ask you, you're talking about the roads have been cleared, but of course that means if people aren't driving, they're probably walking. For anybody who's out in the city today, still has to get around, go to places. What are the conditions like as they head out this morning?
Yeah, we've got a really good fleet of sidewalk plows that take care of that as well, and I have seen them around. There's one behind the camera just now. He's not coming our way, so we're okay, but they are out and about, and people are walking. Sometimes when there's a lot of snow like this, people end up in the street, so we try to warn drivers to keep an eye out for them. That's not so much the case this morning. The trains are running well. The buses are running well this morning so far. The one issue that we have seen is at the airport. So if you're in Montreal and you're watching and you're flying out this morning, best to check the departure board before leaving the house this morning, because about 50% of the flights this morning have either been delayed or canceled. But otherwise, things seem to be working well in the city.
Okay, well, the snow arrived just in time for the Four Nations Face-Off series that's also happening in Montreal. Crowds were probably welcomed with some of this weather last night. Hopefully everybody made it home okay.
Yeah, the snow sort of started right as that game was letting out, but what better way to celebrate the Canadian game than with a Canadian winter day?
All right, CTV News' Matt Gilmour live in Montreal for us this morning. All right, go wipe all that snow off your face. Thanks, Matt.
Will do. Thanks for having me.